I thought he got stuck in a few situations where he was trying to attack too early. And, two things for Jonathan, I think, moving forward. One, how to play with Jimmy Butler, how to play off him, when to space, when to cut. Then, if he is in the mid-post, I think he needs to emulate Jimmy Butler. And a lot of that, to me, Bonte and Festus, is face up with the live dribble. How many times have you seen Jimmy Butler wait, point people around? What he's really doing is clearing the defense out. And then you play one-on-one. If you go too fast, the help is still there. So he can really take a page out of Jimmy Butler's book of patience, timing. You think about those shots that Jimmy Butler created for Brandin Podziemski. There was like 3-4 seconds on the shot clock. He held the ball till he felt comfortable that he can get to the paint on a 2-foot stop, either score. Once the defense came, he read and hit a wide open Podziemski. So when you're in that mid-post, it's really important to be patient, survey the floor, and see if the double team is coming or if they clear out. When they clear out, it's time to go. I thought tonight Jonathan was a little early driving into traffic. But again, much like the Warriors did from last night to tonight, that's a quick fix. It's something you can see on tape and fix it by the next game.
What year is this for Jimmy Butler right now? This is year, what?
He's 35 years old.
Okay. Jonathan Kuminga is 22 years old. 22 years old. Year 4. These are things that Jimmy Butler has learned through the years. He's gone through so many battles, went to the finals twice with the Miami Heat. That's what JK can learn from. Having a guy like that on this roster is so important for the Warriors because Jimmy is doing this now. But he also has Jonathan Kuminga behind him who is watching, who can do all those things with even more athleticism. So that's a lot for the Warriors to look forward to. Those shots, I like Jonathan Kuminga going one-on-one against those guys. You saw him go one-on-one against Giannis. Bigger, longer, but still able to get to the rim. One of those was a foul. One of those goes in. Maybe the outcome of the game and his game changes tonight. So you got to look at the game differently. You got to watch the highlights, understand what is going on with JK, and know the advantage that he brings to the Warriors as well.
You think impressed a bit tonight, though, knowing that, hey, he's trying to get a new contract in the offseason. He's trying to get into the rotation, and because Geek Santos was playing very well in the rotation.
Before you even get there, Steph is not playing tonight.
Exactly.
So everybody feels like they had to do a little bit.
And it was the third quarter when the Milwaukee Bucks were on a roll. The entire team was pressing the third quarter.
I agree with that. Let's take a look at the wild Western Conference standings. On the other side, we had an upset in L.A.
Yeah!
Huge game at the Intuit Dome between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the L.A. Clippers. Cleveland just had their 16-game winning streak snapped Sunday against the Orlando Magic. Pick it up in the third quarter. Darius Garland and Max Strus there. Cleveland could get out a run. Hell of a game. Cleveland up 2 here, but Kawhi Leonard looks healthy over DeAndre Hunter. You see James Harden with a nice dime there to Bogdanovich. Splash. Clippers tied the game up. Now up 2. Into the third quarter here. James Harden still has it back. Evan Mobley. Oh, he did that to the Defensive Player of the Year favorite right there, Kawhi Leonard. He's getting his back against Dean Wade. Look at that tough ball away.
That's good defense.
Oh, that's Jordan-esque, man.
Relax, guys.
Wow.
It's still James Harden and it's still Kawhi Leonard. They have to remind the young boys tonight.
Yes, sir. I mean, Kawhi Leonard with 33 points. Zubats with 20 rebounds as we check out the wild Western Conference standings. And this is a huge comeback for the Golden State Warriors. They could not let this one slip because of that win down in L.A. for the Clippers. So they remained a game above the L.A. Clippers for that 6th spot. You see Minnesota right there. They're rolling even though they lost to Indiana.
Just focus on the loss column.
I'm focusing on the loss column, Willie. 3 back of the Grizzlies, 4 back of the Lakers, Nuggets, and Rockets. But the Clippers, a game behind the Warriors, and we all know the Clippers own the tiebreaker over the Golden State Warriors, although the Warriors do have the tiebreaker over Minnesota. It's going to be a fascinating race for that 6th spot because that 6th spot, Fezzi, as you're dancing here, is very important.
I'm riding my horse. This is Wild Wild West.
You do not want to get in that box because you will get 6 days off if you're in that top 6.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Warriors right now, this was a huge game. All right, you lose this game tonight. You're going to see the same amount of losses that the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Clippers. Clippers are trying to rise up, and the Warriors are trying to keep their momentum right now. So they have a chance to move up in their standings as well. So you're trying to stay out of the box, but you want to see how much further you can go so you can get some home court advantage.
Yeah, I mean, this was a huge win after last night's tough loss to bounce back and play without Steph Curry. And that's their progress report. But again, I thought tonight, impressive for a lot of reasons, but they found another way to win. You know, the night where they had a tough third quarter with the turnovers, but knocking down threes, clutch performance by Jimmy Butler, big-time half-court possessions, and I thought so many people contributed tonight.
How imperative is that week off for the Golden State Warriors?
I think it's huge. You do not want to be in the play-in situation, and it is close, so it's going to come down to the wire. But that would tell me two things. Not only are they healthy, they're playing good basketball at that time. Then you get a week off to regroup and then, get ready to prepare for your next opponent.
I mean, you've seen the Warriors with some rest. When they got the All-Star break off, being able to have some practice time, get the guys together, get the guys healthy. Some guys dealing with some nagging things happening throughout the season. So for the Warriors, time off will be good at this time. But at the same time, they're rolling, trying to figure out a way to continue to win games. You get that week off, it's going to be really imperative.
How about Jimmy Butler? He played almost 37 minutes tonight on a back-to-back.
On a back-to-back. And he have a day off for Toronto. This 6th seed may come down to the last game of the regular season.
Against the Clippers.
Meet right here inside the Chase Center. So we'll see about that one here. But let's talk about Pods, man. Fezzi, you're hyped up, man. Brandin Podziemski, I'm hyped up seeing him back after missing 5 games due to a back injury, 6 of 10 from the floor in 29 minutes. Played control basketball. Never felt rushed. 4-7 from the three-point line. 7 big rebounds, 6 on the defensive end, and 17 big points, including those 2 threes in the final moments of the game.
Paz is on full attack tonight. I told you, Bonte, you come back from an injury. You have been sitting there getting shots up by yourself in the gym the whole time. You can't wait to do this in the game. And Paz really showed you he looked healthy. He was moving fast. They increased the pace of the game while he was on the floor. I thought his decision-making was great. I thought his shooting looked exceptional. His chemistry with Jimmy Butler continues to improve. I think that's going to be important for the Warriors.
I thought he was patient, composed. I mean, he made clutch shots. You look at all those clips right there. They were most of his baskets. He had a few catch-and-shoot plays. And then when he did go to the basket, he got by his man in one dribble. So he's healthy and fresh, played a great game tonight. Made those clutch threes in the fourth quarter.
Big threes here off of Jimmy Butler drives here, and he's at the podium right now as Brandin Podziemski scores 17 in his return.
Brandon, you had 2 really big threes in the last few minutes of the game. In between those threes, you also had the defensive rebound that hooked up Gary's shot on the other side. Just how good did you feel within the flow of the offense in your first game back?
From a performance standpoint, pretty good. I could tell I'm not 100% kind of defensively because it's like a nervous feeling. You come back from something with your back. Every movement you make, kind of goes through your back. So just being able to trust myself with different movements that I'm accustomed to making is something I was trying to get. But, teammates did a good job of setting me up for 2 open shots. I didn't have to move much.
Can you feel when Jimmy starts to kind of crank up the aggression offensively out there?
I think so. I think there's just understanding. Like you see him get to the line a couple of times, or he makes a few shots that we just give him his space or give him his matchup that he wants, and just kind of let things play out from there. I think it works because he's such a willing passer, and so as soon as another man comes to help the initial defender, he always just makes the simple play. And that's why some of the games you see him score like 4 points or 6 points, it's because teams are throwing 2 at him and he's just making the simple play over and over again. And I think that's what makes him a great player because, he easily could have shot the ball, 20, 25 times tonight if he wanted to. But to have 10 assists, it's pretty good.
Being forced to play without Steph tonight, but with Jimmy, what can you guys learn from an experience like that?
Say that again?
Yeah, what can you learn from playing a game with Jimmy but without Steph?
I think it allows everybody to you understand what Steph brings, and without that, there's a lot of fulfillment that needs to go on. And so I think everybody plays, a little bit more confident out there, understands that there's going to be more shots for them. And so, like I said, they're both great players, different in their own right. And so game to game, if Jimmy's out or Steph's out, you just got to adjust how you play a little bit, and that's fine because we have good players.
Hold it. Time now for the odds, presented by Great Resort and Casino.
Bonte, you can chill on this one. I got this. 2.5. I told you. It's just a 3. But this time the defense did it. Defense held the Milwaukee Bucks to 93 points tonight.
Draymond put the clamps on Giannis.
With a double-double.
He sure did.
Clamps.
I'm just saying, man. Come on.
He took a couple tough L's here. Fezzi, was a little
I'll take
rattled.
any extra dollars right now. And
Lost 2 consecutive games. My confidence was shaken.
That's all right. You got to keep shooting, Bonte. That's how you get out of a slump.
Or that's how you go broke. We'll talk more about Jimmy Butler's performance. The defense was great, man. Mid-range was great. Defensive masterclass from Draymond Green. What a win for the Dubs. We'll hear from Jimmy Buckets on the other side.
That's what I do.
Alex Pavlovich, Giants say Jung-Hoo Lee's MRI showed no structural damage in his back and he continued to receive treatment. Apparently he slept wrong as he fell in Mully. And with that said, we got to get Jung-Hoo Lee to Mancini Sleep World, a sleep awareness month.
Say that. This is
Man,
sweet sleep awareness.
Mattress heaven.
I can relate, man.
You need a mattress, Willie? I got you.
I need an MRI every morning.
And you get 50% off pillows every Saturday for the rest of the month.
I need 50% off medical devices, man.
At what age do you get to where you sleep and you wake up and you need an MRI, Molly?
This age.
You're a lot older than Jung-Hoo Lee. Come on, man.
60 sucks. That's all I got to say.
Jung-Hoo, go to Mancini Sleep World when you get back to the Bay. But in the meantime, let's get some reaction from Jimmy Butler live in the locker room.
Maybe a little bit. But I'm glad that we won. That's all I really care about. You know, you pass the ball when guys are open. I got to shoot a little bit more tonight. But as long as it all leads to a W, I'm good with whatever role I get to play.
How big was that sequence late third where, I mean, it seemed like you guys had lost control of the game, but then I think it was an 8-0 run that ended with your 3 free throws?
I don't ever think that, like, you lose control of the game. I think that this is a game of runs. And I think us as a unit, as a team, have to know that more than anybody, especially when 30's out there. Like, he can get us back in the game in, 2-3 possessions. So teams are going to make shots, teams are going to miss shots. You stay the course, knowing that the end result is going to be with the Warriors winning.
Throughout the course of a game, how do you gauge what a game requires from you? Like, what's that process like?
I've been playing in this league for, 14-some years now. So I can tell. I know when I need to get my guys involved. I know when somebody has it going. I know when somebody needs to shoot the ball. And I think that's my job out there, get the ball where it needs to go. When I need to score, be able to do that. When I need to get to the free throw line, be able to do that. Get some stops and whatever the team asks for me to do, that's what I got to do. I think I've got a good feel of that because I've been doing it for a while now.
You've been in this league a long time. You know what Draymond is defensively, but, up close, teammate, watching him on a night like tonight, do you get a greater appreciation?
Hell yeah. I think you got to respect the hell out of what he does. And it's so hard to do. To shoot the ball, 4 times maybe, if that, and then just lock in on defense every single possession down and get mad when anybody scores, not just a guy that he's guarding. You don't find that around the league too often. And, he's won at this level. He is a Hall of Famer for a reason. I just respect what he brings to this squad, what he brings to this locker room, and how he affects winning in every single way. And when it's his night to score, he scores. But every single night, he's going to guard somebody.
Is there a specific part of his defense that you maybe have gained a greater appreciation?
And he just knows. He knows everybody that he's going up against, whether they're the star player, the third option, or the first guy off the bench. Doesn't matter. He's locked in, and he's never wanting you to help, which is, sometimes he does get beat, and he'll still get mad if you help. But he's just locked in like that.
Could you feel this like?
Time now for the Mancini Sleep World Highlight Zone. Play number 3, QP on the perimeter there. Passing it up to Jimmy Butler. Looks back to QP.
Give me that.
Nice little two-hand flush.
What to look out for the big fella. Dive straight to the rim.
Hey, 2 guys open. Pods was wide open, too.
He was.
Is this the gravity?
3 guys on Jimmy. Look at that.
Wow.
And we thought they missed the
Doc
gravity.
Cruz will love seeing that one tomorrow morning.
No, he's not. Nobody will on the Bucks sideline there. Now let's send Kupo for the free throw line.
Oh.
I heard there was a couple wind tunnels open.
He shot 10 of 15, which is hot for him.
Close the door. Windy.
He's shooting under 60% from the free throw line this season.
Easy on the shoulders, Giannis.
The Nigerian Greek freak.
Hasn't missed the shoulder day, huh?
No.
And then
Whoa!
Looking for Looney
point guard
with the
over
block
here.
of the night. And he still kept going with the answer. Didn't forget the question.
That's teamwork.
Wow.
Said the Warriors had 6 block shots tonight. That's number 7.
Kareth had total confidence in Loon. Loon to the rescue.
Coming up, our Toyota Drive Ahead. The Warriors will wrap up the 7-game homestand against the Toronto Raptors. Time now for our Toyota Drive Ahead. Toronto on Thursday to close out the homestand before the Warriors go out on the road for 5 games. Fezzi fell. Toronto, they lost to him back on January 13th. What do you remember about that game?
Well, Chris Boucher going crazy in the fourth quarter. This is time for payback, Bonte.
There it is.
What I remember is Jimmy Butler wasn't here. So it's a totally different team they're going to be playing against.
No doubt about that.
And Steph Curry's going to be playing too.
Yeah, he'll be playing on Thursday too. Get right, Kate. They could close their homestand at 6-1.
Hey,
Don't go anywhere.
go!
Dubs Talk Live is next.